Eigentlich könntest du die jetzt auch wegrauchen da. Die haben kein grünes Licht. Ja, ist ja so.
Ja.
Ne?
Die Scheiße ist, bei der Maske, die ich hab, wenn ich nur stehe, dann beschlägt die.
So probierst du das mal.
Ja. Die haben auch mies auf die Fresse bekommen da, ne?
Ja.
Den Hügel von uns. Alter. Die taten mich schon fast leid. wie weit war der von uns entfernt? 3 Meter?
Ja, ja.
Als er hochgekommen ist, ne? Krass,
Der hat
ey.
auch ordentlich rumgegangen.
Ja,
Einer von der Seite hoch.
ja.
Muss halt am Anfang die eigenen rausgenommen haben, ne?
Ja.
Parole ein paar Mal probiert gehabt, die haben ja nicht reagiert.
Genau.
Was?
Ja, dann scheiß drauf. Ja.
Ey, guck mal, die haben doch schön da reingeflankt.
Genau. Wir haben erstmal die rechts
Ja.
haben wir geholt und
Ja.
dann sind wir nach links und dann haben wir, ja.
Aber der hat doch nicht, der hat doch danach nochmal einen Kopf hochgezogen. Er hatte dann irgendwas da so, keine Ahnung, was gesagt.
Kurva hat er gesagt, aber die zweite Parole wurde von einem Roten gerufen. Später dann.
Welcome back, everyone. It's me again, David Armstrong, your host. The report isn't over yet, this time covering part 2 of the night raid during Operation Black Sky, part 19, Crimson Dusk. But before we get into the main content, I want to take a moment to thank everyone who subscribed to the channel. The last video brought in quite a few new subs, and I truly appreciate every single one of you. Your support means a lot, really. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have plans for the future of this channel. What started out as a small joke has turned into something I genuinely enjoy. Now that I've got more time, I'll be posting more content, all focused on military-themed gameplay and tactical simulations. For those who watched the entire video, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the mission footage and that your time wasn't wasted. I'm aware the camera work got a little messy, and there are a few reasons for that. My night vision camera runs on a fixed 2.5 times zoom, which makes it look like I'm moving in slow motion. But believe me, I wasn't. Every time I dipped my chin, the camera angle followed. That's why it occasionally ended up aimed at the ground. During the op, I was cycling between my custom-built monocular, my thermal optic, and my naked eye, trying to maintain situational awareness in low light. On top of that, my revision locust goggles kept fogging up. A constant battle that made navigation through the forest more difficult than expected. Because of all that, I couldn't fully meet the expectations of leading the squad as efficiently as planned. But that's part of the learning curve. Every op is an opportunity to adapt and improve. Future missions will run smoother. I've already started reconfiguring my night setup, adjusting my gear and optics for better performance in upcoming night operations. I won't dive too deep into infrared technology this time, but I hope the last video gave you a solid idea of my perspective, and maybe helped you understand why I use IR. So let me close with this. Given the price of analog night vision systems, it's far more effective for an entire squad to be equipped with digital NV units than to move blind through the dark, or worse, light themselves up with flashlights. I've got a separate video planned for this topic, one that might flip a few perspectives on their heads, but we'll get to that soon. What happened so far? After securing and fortifying the forward operating base, our unit was deployed as part of Recon India. Under the command of platoon leader Mr. Magfed and squad leader Norman, the recon element consisted of 2 scouts, Winter and myself. Our mission, to locate and identify hostile activity in Sector A-20, where intelligence suggested a simulated drug plantation or underground facility. If enemy units were present, we were to engage and neutralize them. The operation began with a steady advance in a staggered column along the main supply route heading northeast. Scouts moved ahead, using thermal optics to scan the terrain for potential threats. Once we reached the forest line at grid A14, visibility dropped,
Meine Gläser sind beschlagen.
and the tempo slowed as we pushed deeper into enemy territory. During the approach, several interactions with friendly forces took place. We linked up with guards stationed at the FOB exit, crossed paths with a logistics team transporting ammunition crates, and received situation updates from nearby squads. At one point, a suspicious vehicle marked ORGA was spotted. Its purpose remained unclear. Soon after, the first enemy contact was reported. Fire Team India engaged the hostile element and successfully neutralized multiple targets in a short but intense firefight. I sustained a wound from friendly fire during the engagement, but the squad maintained operational effectiveness and continued the advance toward A20. The target area was searched thoroughly, but nothing of significance was discovered. The team regrouped briefly before being redirected south, where another contact occurred. The support team opened up with suppressive MG fire, neutralizing an enemy scout and maintaining control of the engagement zone. We conducted a probing attack on the enemy trench, myself and 4 other men.
Linie, komm mal her, komm mal zu mir. 2 rechts, 2 links.
During the probe, we neutralized 3 to 4 hostile contacts, but the enemy refused to counterattack and remained dug in. With resistance increasing and comms reporting mixed activity across nearby sectors, the unit eventually withdrew toward Grid D18 to re-establish contact with command and deliver a field report. We were ordered to guard a box placed under a wind turbine, a beacon that scores points for our team. Unfortunately, the guys slept on it. A 2-man squad sneaked up and activated the beacon, and from that moment on, the points went to the enemy. I tried to make the best of it, especially when I heard, "We need someone to run there fast." I didn't want to run there fast, since I had already seen the enemies on the other side of the forest. To give you a better understanding of the situation and my decision-making process, you need to know that I was very uncertain at the time. Here's a recap.
Ja, okay. Alles, was von rechts kommt, ist friendly?
Ja, alles, was von rechts kommt, da ist Kevin, der gerade mit seiner
Okay. Ja.
As you already heard, earlier there had been friendly forces on the right, meaning the southern side of the wind turbine. After we received intel from Winter that a 2-man enemy element had activated the beacon, I asked whether there were still friendlies operating in the area. Our squad leader Norman stated that Kevin's team had already relocated and vacated their position, for reasons unknown. Nevertheless, there remained a possibility that some friendlies had stayed behind to hold the position. In total, I was able to identify around 7 contacts around the wind turbine, 2 2-man teams and 1 3-man team. I cut out the whole section where I was moving in the dark, because I didn't want you watching a black screen and listening to the sounds of my footsteps. Initially, I moved west along the tree line, intending to link up with the element that had been positioned south of the turbine. Whether they were friendlies or hostiles was unclear at that moment. There was an opportunity to flank them and come up from behind. However, due to poor visibility, my mask was fogged up. I decided against it. Instead, I took the most direct route and advanced toward the turbine in a crouched posture. Not to forget, one of my own teammates fired at me.
Hey, cease fire! Friendly, kurwa!
I was lucky. He missed his target. that point, I clearly observed a night vision device light up. Given that none of our units were equipped with analog NVGs, I assessed with high confidence that the individuals were hostile. I engaged.
Parole!
Admittedly, it was the worst possible firing position. No
Parole!
cover, fully exposed, and firing from a standing stance.
Parole!
Fortunately, I couldn't achieve much. When I shot at the two, they didn't give up and returned fire, even though they had been hit.
Hit! Am Arm! Du bist dead eigentlich, ne? Du bist dead, Digga! Wie viel willst du noch kassieren? 10?
I
Du
got
darfst
hit in
eigentlich gar
the
nicht
arm,
schießen!
but being a fair player, and with hit equals hit, whether bouncer or not, I called the hit. In the end, there was nothing left to do but run back to the FOB. The guys abandoned the position and returned to our FOB as well. I want to quote an SL from Team Blue here. Team Red is full of scum. They cheat. I want you to keep shooting at Team Red until they raise their hands, if they're even able to. Hearing that, it became clear to me that they were either the real bad guys or just completely mental. Firing at an opponent until he raises his hand is not just wrong, it is outright evil. The rules of engagement are clear. Cease fire immediately upon visual confirmation of a hit. Opponents who have not yet been eliminated must be given the chance to become POWs. Shooting someone who could surrender denies them that choice. Respecting this right is a core principle of Scientia Potentia S. That was the first and last time I ever fought a war for Team Blue. I swapped teams immediately. Since then, I've been a small cog in the war machine against true evil, Team Blue. Wait, let's be serious. These are my narratives, crafted for entertainment and thrill. Always
Play fair and keep
the game fun.